All right, should be up.
Cool. Can you send me the link so I can
Yeah,
put it in my server? Perfect.
Uh, all right, sent it.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem. How's your day going, man?
All right, it's going all right. I'm trying to write, but I have writer's block. So it is what it is. That's how some days are. But I've been looking forward to this.
Thank you. I had to go do something. That's why. But yeah, I'm here now.
Yeah, you're all good. You're all good. I'm gonna do an @ here on my Discord.
All right, sounds good.
Alright, awesome. So honestly, whenever you're ready, I am game.
All right. I'm just gonna wait for some people in chat, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Good idea.
But yeah, you got.
How's your day been?
I mean, mine's going good. At school, but yeah, now I'm just chilling.
There you go. Yeah.
I was watching your video.
Oh, nice. Which one?
The newest one.
Oh, thank you, man. The Disney one.
Yeah. And then I was watching the Elsa Gate, but not the Elsa Gate. It's like the Incredigate.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I put a lot of time into that video.
Yeah, I can tell.
That's a crazy one. That's a bonkers video.
Yeah.
But the someone else made a video on the topic, which I'm really happy about. A YouTuber called The Beak.
The Beak.
Yeah, he made a video regarding the topic. So my message has been spread out a little further. I just emailed Mudahar trying to get him to cover the topic. Which it worked once before. It might work again. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been watching you forever. Yeah. I've been watching
you no way.
Since the first Gen Z iceberg video. The
really?
part
like
one, the first one.
No way! Wait. The one like from God, it had to have been like March 2021.
It was so long ago. It was the first one, part one.
Yeah, man. Wow. That's crazy.
Oh, we got some people in
the
chat.
Man, I appreciate you've been here for that long.
Yeah. I kind of like forgot about your channel, and then I found it again on my page.
I'm gonna guess around like early 2023. You found it again?
Yeah.
Yep, that's when it, because I guess kind of little insider information. My channel was like fully dead for a while. Like after the childhood trauma icebergs, I just didn't really know what to do, and I tried to do stuff, but all the videos kind of sucked. And then I made a video about the back rooms, which is kind of what kicked things back off. And then from there, I did the Elsa Gate video, and that really was just like, all right, I'm back. We're doing this again. And then people remembered that I existed, so you know, pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, but I watched that entire series, the Gen Z Trauma Iceberg.
That's awesome.
And then
that was such a series, man.
That was a really good one.
Did you ever see any of the premieres that I did at the time?
I think I saw one of them.
Because those premieres were like, they were awesome, but they were like riddled with like technical difficulty. Like the first premiere I ever did was back in April. It was for part 3 of the Gen Z Trauma Iceberg, which is now age restricted because I say Squidward's, the S word, age restricted. Sorry, uncensored, and that got me age restricted, which is crazy to me. Very unnecessary. But like I did that, and there was the stream or the premiere got delayed for like 5 hours, but people just stayed in the chat and like were so hyped. And that's still like the number one moment of my channel's history. I like, it's so cool that people were that committed and stuck around that whole time. Really cool. And that's actually where the Raymundo 2112 Discord server comes from.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, people were so happy in the premiere chat. They were like, oh, you should make a Discord. And I'm like, sure. And then the disaster that we have now is the results of that.
Yeah, we got some people in chat. We got Red X.
All right,
Sands,
Red X.
and then Moon
Sands.
40.
All right.
How are y'all? I'm doing good, Moon 40.
I'm doing quite all right. Quite all right.
Hop straight in question. I got some questions.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. So, what got you into content creation in YouTube?
Oh man. It's I've been in this game since I was 8 years old, I want to say. It's like that have you seen Star Wars Rogue One? The guy's like, I've been in this fight since I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
That's literally me. Actually, no, I want to say 6 years old. I would make YouTube videos with my mom, and they would be uploaded to like my dad's YouTube channel, like all the way back in like I want to say 2009, 2008. And I was like, or no, 2000 like 9 to 10. And then I made my own channel when I was 8 years old in 2012. And that's what kicked me off doing stuff independently. From there, the current Raymundo 2112 channel is it's been rebranded now, obviously, but it used to be called Ray Gamerman. And it was if you actually saw the Childhood Trauma Iceberg, for the first like 1 week of it being out, the channel was still called Ray Gamerman. Like it rebranded shortly after. Oh, but it was Ray Gamerman for like a week. That's like the OG, like the first 10,000 viewers would recognize the old name. Which I always forget that that's the case, but it is. So that channel, this channel was originally supposed to be my gaming alt account called Ray Gamerman, because the main one was called Ray Movie Man, which is still up to this day. It's kind of like a museum of my past. So I made videos on Ray Gamerman for a long time. My first hit was regarding Five Nights at Freddy's being real. The Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Restaurant, to be specific. That video ended up, it is my 8th most popular video with 839,000 views. Why it has that many views, I don't know, but it does. And listen, FNAF Truther lore was crazy back in the like mid 2010s, the start of FNAF's rise to fame. And so I did that. That was my first taste of notoriety. So I ended up getting around 3,000 subscribers, and then the channel died. Just kind of doing whatever I wanted to. But I saw back in 2020, it was a video regarding the Super Mario 64 iceberg. Which have you seen
the classic. That's a classic.
The first one. I believe that is the first iceberg chart video.
I think it is.
Yeah. That iceberg chart, whoever made that
like started the trend.
It genuinely, they gave so many people a living, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw that video and I thought to myself, this is the greatest formatting for this kind of content.
It really is.
It was fantastic. And then I saw shortly after, they're amazing. The Super Mario 64 one especially just captured that eeriness and that mystique around the game. And it was just so cool. And then I saw shortly after the Luigi's Mansion iceberg come out, which is one of my favorite Nintendo games. I'm like, oh man, this is real, you know?
Yeah.
And then more and more iceberg videos came out, and I realized, maybe I could try this. And so in January of 2021, I started work on my first ever iceberg video, being the Punch Out iceberg.
Punch Out.
Which did not make it to fruition. But I was on the Punch Out subreddit. Big fan of Punch Out. Probably my favorite Nintendo franchise. It's oh my god, so good. Nintendo and Punch Out are my two favorite Nintendo franchises, which also get like the least love. That's okay.
There's a successor coming out to it.
Wait, to a Punch Out?
Yeah. I was at PAX East and they had it there.
What?
Yeah.
Is it from Nintendo or a different?
No, it's like a different company, but it's like really cool. It's like an indie game.
Oh, I love that.
I'm gonna see if I can find it.
That would be so sick because the gameplay of Punch Out is fantastic.
Yeah.
So I started working on that Punch Out iceberg video, and then I saw shortly after that the OP of that video was working, of the chart was working on his video explaining it. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna drop this. I probably got like 10 entries in and just dropped it. And then 2 months later, I was still thinking about like, I do want to make an iceberg video still, but I couldn't find out which one. And so I went on the r/iceberg charts subreddit. And there I found 2 different charts. And the one I ended up going with was the Gorillaz Iceberg, because I'm a big fan of Gorillaz, the band. And
It's a pretty good band.
Oh, I love them. Yeah,
They
they're
have some
so
really
cool.
good music.
Absolutely, yeah. They're the first band that kind of got me into alternative music, which is now kind of my thing. So I owe them a lot. But yeah, so the Iceberg was, Gorillaz has a lot of lore. I consider myself to be a big fan. I don't know half of this shit,
Yeah.
So, I was like, I'll do this, but maybe I should look for something else. And then I went to the subreddit once again that same night, and I found the Gen Z childhood trauma iceberg. And from there, I read just like the first 5 entries, and I knew that this is what I had to do. Every single thing that I read there resonated so deeply. I had seen everything in this iceberg. It felt like I'm the one who made it. And so I was just enamored with this thing. And the day after, started work on it. Sat at my desk, banged out like 15 entries, and then got on with my day. And it was just like this new thing, and it was crazy. And then from there, I ended up making the video, which was originally supposed to be a 1 hour, like, how it's 4 parts of the Iceberg series?
Yeah.
It was originally supposed to be a 1 hour video, the whole thing in one. But then I realized that it would take a long time to get out, and other YouTubers may cover that same iceberg. I was like, this is my baby now. I'm going to be the first to cover it. And so it ended up being a 4-parter. And that's really what started everything. And yeah, that's my start to content creation.
What's up, Spooky Radio? And we got Aunt Almost in the chat.
Yeah. Almost and Spooky Radio are legends.
I found that game, Big Boy Boxing.
Big Boy. Oh, I think I've heard of that actually.
The demo's out on Steam right now.
Yes. Oh, this game looks so fun. I've seen the trailer for it.
Yeah, I got to play it early. It was a
How is
fun
it?
Game. It's really fun, but it's really hard.
I imagine it's just kind of like Punch Out, but a little different. That's so cool. That's awesome. I gotta check that out when it comes out.
It's really fun though.
That rocks.
Bro, I'm so good at this. Almost said I pronounced their name right.
Hey, there you go.
I've done that for like the 3rd person.
Perfect. There you go. That rocks. Yeah.
People used to call my name Jello instead of Jello.
Jello. I like that. Just a little simpler. Maybe copyrighted, but that's okay.
And then like they would call it like GTLO or something.
GTLO. Okay. Yeah. That's closer, I suppose.
Yeah. But this is a name from the 360 days.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we can go to the next question. Let's go.
All right, sounds good.
So, kind of already answered this, but when did you start content creation?
Yeah, I mean, basically, like, if you want to go back to me, like, starting doing my own videos, without the assistance of anyone else, it would be, let me check, actually, because I'm not exactly sure what the exact date was. Okay, and now I know. It was a solid 11 years ago, on October 3rd, 2012, I uploaded the Pig song on Ray Movie Man. That was my official start to content creation. Yeah. So it's been a long and bumpy ride since, but I'm glad I could be on this long and bumpy ride. It's been fun.
Yeah. All right. So what do you do outside of content creation?
That's actually a really good question. A lot of stuff, honestly. Maybe a little too much stuff, because it interferes with getting videos out on time. But that's life. I'm currently not employed outside of YouTube, like at a traditional day job, but I have been, which is a struggle to balance YouTube and a day job for sure. But currently, for the time being, I am basically doing YouTube with the Raymundo 2112 channel. I'm doing 2 other podcasts as well. One being Blood Manor's Bloodcast, which is a haunted house here in New York City. We just launched a podcast. I work for them as a scare actor and also the host of the Bloodcast, which is so much fun. We got some really cool guests coming up. And it shows it's great. I'd highly recommend checking it out.
All right.
And then a secret, not secret, but a podcast project that is yet to be released, but it's involving 4 other YouTubers in my niche, and I'm very excited for when that comes out.
All right. I'll check that out when it comes out.
It's gonna be hype. And then alongside that, I set up music shows with my brother, and I play them. So basically, like, New York City has a great punk scene, generally with like younger people. Yeah. And my brother and I have been setting up shows for about 2 years now. And we get venues, we pay for the space, we find all these local bands, and then get them to play. We play with our own bands, and it's a ton of fun. It really rocks. So you can see the Raymundo 2112 live shows. We actually got one coming up on the 27th, which is crazy. So yeah, I'm excited for that. That's an emo night themed show. But otherwise, I'm not in college. Sometimes I wish I was, when I have to research certain topics, like in Credagate. But you know what? It's okay. That
actually is such a deep rabbit hole.
Genuinely, it's crazy. I guess that's kind of its own whole tangent, is to the shift from childhood trauma iceberg to then just delving in the most disturbing and disgusting,
it is really disturbing.
Rabbit holes that there are. But yeah, that's kind of the main stuff that I do outside of YouTube. I love playing video games as well. When I have the time for it.
What's some of your favorite games?
Oh man, currently I haven't been playing too much because it's hard to balance time-wise. But in terms of my favorite social game, it's got to be Fortnite. Fortnite with the boys, it hits different. Let me just say that. It's crazy. They got Peter Griffin in the game now, That's peak. And then otherwise, like, my favorite games that are like single player, I love the Metroid franchise, like I mentioned earlier. I love really Punch-Out. Yeah, Metroid Prime, that is concentrated fire.
Where's Metroid Prime 4, man? I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm wondering the same thing. I've been waiting since 2017, I think.
Yeah, they showed it at like E3, but it's just like the title.
I kind of lost hope, honestly.
They haven't said anything, but
yeah. Maybe the successor to the Switch will have.
Yeah, hopefully.
Maybe, I don't know. But listen, the Metroid Prime remaster that they did, like in 2023, that went crazy. The HD remaster.
I haven't played it.
It's literally just like a port, but with just these beautiful graphics and new game, like new controls. Super good.
Are the controls better?
Yeah, no, it's like modern gaming controls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Spooky in the chat says Ray predicted Peter Griffin in Fortnite. If you go back to literally like 3 videos before I made the childhood trauma iceberg video, I talked about the Peter Griffin leak. Because there was like the the back bling he's got where it's like clips of Family Guy.
Yeah.
So that was like encrypted in the game files back in early 2021. And
that was a while
ago. Yeah, oh my god, long time ago. That's why in the little trailer, like, I don't know if you saw it, but like there's a little Peter Griffin teaser where he like drinks the slurp juice and gets strong.
Oh yeah.
It says expired in 20. Yeah, exactly. It says expired in 2021 on the slurp juice. It's just kind of like a reference to how long it's been, which is a cool little thing. But in the video, I predicted literally so much, like the fact that it was going to be on a back. The clips were for a back bling, the giant chicken skin, the back bling, the pickaxe, like everything, and I was right, and I'm very proud of that to this day.
Yeah, I remember they were like leaked for a while.
Yeah, and then they were taken out of the game files.
I didn't think they were coming back.
I didn't either. I had lost hope, honestly. But listen, I'm very happy to say that Peter Griffin is in Fortnite and I get to play as him. I actually have like most of my favorite, in terms of like my Fortnite dream skins, half of them, everyone but Samus is in the game.
Mm-hmm. Everyone I've ever wanted to be in Fortnite. I don't think they're doing any Nintendo skins.
They're not. They were going to, though. Yeah. Nintendo's just really, really picky about where they let their IP be shown in. Yeah. And so it didn't end up turning out, unfortunately, because Samus and Fortnite would go crazy. I guess I'm getting off topic, but Samus and Fortnite, maybe one day. It would be amazing.
I once accidentally predicted Pyra and Mithra that would be added to Super Smash Bros.
There you go. We got another prediction there. Peter Griffin, Pyron Mithra.
Yeah, I was playing a lot of games like a few weeks ago, but I've stopped recently.
The coolest thing to do, and this is my kind of word of advice to anyone who has like a kind of retro game interest, right? I have the coolest thing. I'm going to say that outright. I think this is genuinely the coolest gaming setup that you can have. I have a loft bed, right? And so at the edge of it, I have a CRT TV with a DVD player in it, right? And connected to that is a NES and a Wii and GameCube controller. So I've got this just wonderful gaming. Like I've got I got Lego Star Wars.
Oh, nice.
SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Oh, those
Metroid
are classics.
2. Oh, I got like just the best games. And I get to play them in my bed on a little retro TV, and it goes crazy. So yeah, if anyone, because it's honestly kind of, kind of cheap to do it, because old TVs are cheap. Old games are somewhat cheap. If you already got like a Wii or a GameCube, you can just throw it all together. Yeah, it's so much fun. But
the best thing I own is this Fortnite Nintendo Switch.
Oh, you got the Fortnite like with the exclusive skin or the exclusive
yeah.
That's rare now, is it?
Yeah.
Shit, okay. Not bad.
Like now even if you have it, I think the code's expired.
Okay, interesting.
And
that's awesome.
So
right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But I think I bought it like 2020.
That makes sense. I think that is it the Peely one? Or
yeah. It's like the blue and
I
yellow
remember
Joy-Cons.
Yep. That's classic.
And then it came with like this. I forget. I think it's like Wildcat.
Yeah, right. It's like the recolor or something like that. It's like incredibly
and
rare.
It's like
now.
the colors of the Switch.
That's right. Yeah.
I haven't played this Fortnite season yet. Is it good?
I like it, honestly. There's a lot of crazy stuff in it. Like I don't know if you've seen videos, but there's like Zeus's lightning bolts.
Yeah,
and,
I saw that on day one. It looked broken.
It is broken. Yeah, but it's fun because it's like people don't realize that you can just shoot the person doing the Zeus ability because they're completely still. Yeah. Do either of you guys have the Wii or have one? I have a Wii. That's where I play all my.
Oh, they said
GameCube
Wii U.
games.
I've never had a Wii U.
Oh, Wii U. No, I never had one.
Played it.
I always wanted one.
Yeah, I know. I did too.
But my mom was just kind of like, "Is it not just another Wii?" Which is, I think, the main reason Wii U's in itself, because everyone thought it was just like a controller for the Wii or something like that.
But also, like, it wasn't like the first party was good, but the third party wasn't great.
True.
For like
the best games you had on third party were like Meme Run.
And now the first party games are all on the Switch.
Right. No, exactly. Except for Star Fox Zero.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone wants that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I just want a new Star Fox game, honestly. Those games rock.
Star Fox 2 was a nice treat.
That's true. Yeah.
Because it was like hidden. Not hidden, but it was like secret.
It was like unreleased for like 30 years.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And then they brought it back.
That's so cool. Yeah, that rocks.
But yeah, I feel like I played it so much though, because I had a friend who had one, and I would always play it at his house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you got some good experience with it.
Yeah, but I mostly had like during that Wii U era, I usually played my 360 or PS4.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fair. That I think most people did.
Yeah. Because I don't even remember what I would play. I would play like a lot of Minecraft.
Nice.
And then like I had like the Skylanders background for a while on it.
Hell yeah, there you go.
As they say, I own a Wii U. I loved it, honestly. It's not a bad console, but it just didn't sell well.
No. Yeah, exactly. There were some good games on there though, which I guess you can just get on Switch now. But
I feel like there's something on there that's like, I know there's like something that's supposed to be really good, but it's not on the Switch yet.
Yeah, I imagine. There's probably a good chunk.
Yeah,
that are still out there. Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, the servers were shut down like yesterday, I think.
Oh, for Splatoon.
For all Wii U and 3DS services, like the old Smash servers and stuff. Which honestly, I didn't even know they were still up. But it sucks because
Yeah.
It was cool that they were still up in the first place.
Now you can't buy any of those exclusives that were like exclusive to the eShop.
Right. Oh yeah, that sucks. I guess. Hey, look,
Splatoon's such a good game though.
Splatoon is really good. I love that. Like the graphics of it, the art style is so like cool. I love the ink and all that stuff. I think Pretendo is a emulation software, but I'm not gonna say that 100%.
I think I have emulated before, but I haven't.
Someone in the
done
chat
it
is
much.
saying, "Thankfully, Pretendo exists," but it's probably, I'm gonna guess, just judging by the name, it's some form of emulation.
The only thing I can say I emulated was GoldenEye, so I could have the keyboard controls.
That makes sense. The old like the N64 controls don't,
because you could play it like just like a regular shooter.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
I think I saw it from like a Donkey video.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
It's a Nintendo Network copy.
That makes sense. So it's like a server system, I imagine, something like that.
Works on both emulators and actual Wii U consoles.
Ah, that's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, the Wii U had Mario Maker. That game was really good too.
Yeah. Mario Maker is really cool.
Yeah.
Hey, it lives on the Switch.
Yeah, but it had its final update, even though it just like came out. Well, not but like it came out in 2019, but the server shut down like 2021, 2022.
Oh,
that's weird.
Really? Gotcha. Man, yeah, time's been weird. I'm gonna be completely honest. It does not feel like we're a quarter of the way through this year at all.
This might sound weird. I found this out the other day. So the PS5 and Series X released 2020. We're the same like amount of time has passed from 2014 to 2017. Or 2014 to 2018.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. That is crazy. I don't know if everyone's growing up or if there's some actual like time shift happening, but it's like something's going on and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because
it's
like Fortnite OG was half a year ago.
Dude,
I don't know how that's the case.
I feel like I just played that.
I know, me too. Like, how is that? I don't get it. I think that's genuinely crazy. Yeah, because I was there. I was playing like every single day. That does not feel like half a year ago at all.
You remember
it was like 6 months ago.
The Weekend skin was like in the item shop forever.
Yes, I do.
You know it's coming back.
I missed my chance. No way.
I'm being so serious. It's coming back.
So. I missed out. I didn't have the chance to get it in the like 4 months.
It was too short.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hopefully we'll learn this time. Hopefully they'll put it in for like double.
The simulation's having a glitch. Midnight Heart joined the Discord.
Hey, there you go. Nice. Oh yeah, I saw them with the saying hello. Sorry, that was a whole video game side tangent. Do you have any other questions you have in mind?
Yeah, I got a lot of them.
Perfect.
So,
fire away.
You got any challenges making content?
Yeah, actually, that's a good question.
Yeah.
You know, like I mentioned earlier, I have just a lot of other stuff to do day to day.
Yeah.
And that in itself is a challenge against getting stuff out on time because I have low trust in editors, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because
those like sketchy dudes on Fiverr.
Yeah. Even like good editors just.
Yeah.
I have a hard time expressing this without sounding utterly pretentious. It's just like people can't really, or not everyone, obviously. People
can't get the entire idea.
Yeah, like the vibe is always a little off and it always feels a little generic, if that makes sense. Like if you saw the video regarding the 2007 peanut butter recall, I didn't edit most of that video. And it kind of looks bland. Like the editing is objectively good.
The video I got an editor for was like this GTA 6 video, and it is it's not a bad editor. He was a really good editor, but it's like very generic compared to other videos. Yeah.
It's like I feel like I generally have a vision with what I like to do or what I want my stuff to look like. And oftentimes editors don't have that same vision.
Yeah.
So that's a challenge that I have. I haven't streamlined this process yet. You know, other people like Turkey Tom, they're just the voice for it now. They got writers, they got editors that just pump out this content. And I don't want to be that, because I feel it kind of diminishes the quality and the sort of, you know, integrity. Not of course to, what's the word, like badmouth people who have editors and stuff. You need editors if you want to make YouTube your career. Absolutely. I'm looking for one right now, but it's a challenge of mine because I really want my stuff to be good. And I really, you know, I just think a lot about that. But yeah, that's a challenge of mine. Another one is actually dependent on the video, but a lot of, like, I guess the best way to say it is there's mental health struggles that go into making some of these videos. Like, you know, you've seen the Incredigate video. I imagine you've seen my Elsagate sort of trilogy as well. This stuff is really genuinely vile, and, you know, it's just in a lot of ways
hard to do
disturbing.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard to get through. And I don't even know. It's hard to describe.
I don't know how that stuff passes YouTube.
That's my question. Yeah,
like they're always like on these other guys for like just like certain stuff they said, and it's not even, sometimes it's not even bad. But and then you have
saying
like
Squidward's, you know, S-word creepypasta gets you age restricted, but you can have straight up naked furry porn. Like, it's not fair. It's not fair at all.
Yeah, it's not.
But for me, it becomes a struggle in a lot of ways regarding kind of just like when you're pumping all of this just nasty stuff into your face for hours on end every day, it starts to kind of like wane on you a little bit.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of my videos go into that direction because I feel as though help can come from it. Like, I'm not doing it just because it, like, for clout or for the sake of you know, getting views, but more so because, like, listen, if I didn't think that like some sort of change could come out of covering these topics, I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole, right? Because I want to stay away, as far away from this as possible. But I do feel as though change can come out of talking about them, and that's why I do it. So I kind of have to bear that cross in a sense and just suck it up and get through it, because in the end the end result is better and helps. So in a sense, my own discomfort and sort of dislike of working on things, it ends up being worth it in the end. But it's definitely something that I have a hard time with, especially like I mentioned earlier today. Earlier in this call, I mentioned that I've been having trouble writing today, and that's because I'm like writing a script on a topic that is very disturbing and very just gross.
Like,
another YouTube rabbit
I was like
hole.
thinking, like, what's the point of even making that? Like,
yeah,
it's just so stupid.
Yeah, it really, and that's the thing. That's part of it. It's kind of, you know, it's hard to think about because it does make you think, why are these people doing this? Like, what's the intention? And that can lead you to some really dark and disturbing thoughts, to say the least. Because, you know, in a lot of ways, so much is left up to interpretation that it's hard not to assume the worst in a lot of these people. So, you know, and that's not fun to think about.
No,
And so, yeah, that's definitely rough to do. But at the end of the day, when it does make a change, all of the sort of discomfort that I have, all of the angst that I may feel, ends up being worth it.
Yeah.
So that's like, it makes it worth it. I'm not here to complain. I'm in a really, really fantastic position where I'm at here.
Yeah.
But it's just other people have it a little easier. Exactly. Yeah, they have in the past, and I hope that they do again. But yeah, that's kind of those are the main things. I also just don't have time to work out too, so I end up feeling lethargic after editing for like 5 hours. But that's not as big of an issue.
No, yeah. What's up, Northern Casket? Spooky
there we go,
Radio.
Northern Casket.
Bro, my YouTube Shorts feed has been flooded with fetish game clips. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
My YouTube Shorts is not bad. It's like it's like mostly gaming and like
Okay.
just like podcast stuff.
There you go. That's not bad. You're lucky. YouTube Shorts can get horrible.
Yeah. I don't think mine's ever been bad. Like everyone's saying their YouTube Shorts can be bad, but I've been on YouTube Shorts for a long time, but it's never been bad for me.
Maybe you've got a more curated algorithm, right? Like since you've spent a good amount of time on it, it kind of knows what to show you more than other
showing
people.
me the same creators and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like it's a lot of gaming and just like commentary stuff.
That makes sense. But yeah, so it's. I imagine that you experience it too. Kind of like work-life balance is an issue.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like you said, you're still in school.
Yeah,
like imagine doing school and then coming home and working on YouTube can be kind of exhausting at times.
But it's always fun.
That's good. I'm glad that that's the case. Because as long as you're making stuff you want to make, it's super fun.
But then some stuff you just like find the worst in people. Just
exactly.
Like I've like experienced really bad situations. Not like really bad stuff, but it's just like whatever. It just kind of bothers me.
Yeah, no, that's completely fair. Yeah. Because I realize, I feel like it's kind of for YouTubers, I suppose, like myself. Although this is kind of interesting. I never really think of myself as a YouTuber. Like to me, I'm just a guy. But I realize that I have.
I mean, like going through these type of videos, I always found they're just like normal people. They're not like high, unless you're talking about Mr. Beast, but like, but they're just regular people. Even Mr. Beast though is a regular person, but they treat him like a king.
Like he's just a rich guy, who was in Kung Fu Panda 4 for like a second.
You said like, one
like exactly, yeah. And you couldn't even really tell it was him. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
But like it. I feel like people kind of. I'm sure you've maybe experienced this with like people who are big fans of YouTubers, but people kind of tend to idolize and kind of take these content creators as much more than just like a guy in front of a camera or a girl in front of a camera.
Oh, like Dream. That's my
yes,
Dream.
Exactly,
oh, dude.
Dream's fans are genuinely insane, and I think if I had his fan base, I would probably have to quit. Because that would be horrifying.
Oh, dude, those I've seen like TikToks about those stuff, and they're really
it's
weird.
Crazy. It's insane. Dystopian, really.
Yeah.
But
it's like Black
yeah,
Mirror.
I guess. Yeah, it genuinely is. It's some crazy stuff.
That show's so good.
Yeah, it's got some crazy.
New season's coming out next year, though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What you're saying?
Yeah. What was I saying? Hold on, let me
about
remember.
Idolizing.
Oh yeah. I feel like a lot of the time people sort of have really skewed perceptions of what a YouTuber is in a lot of ways. Like, and I think that needs to be kind of shaken a little bit because people get a little too attached to certain creators. And I have an experience with a sort of stalker fan, who I met in real life. Yeah, crazy stuff.
Jeez.
An example of taking fandom too far. Because again, to me, it feels weird because I don't see myself as anything other than just some guy who sits at his computer for. Like, I think people need to realize that the process of being a semi internet micro celebrity. You get the fame and glory of it for like 3 days at VidCon, and the rest of the time you're hunched over your computer at 3 a.m., eyes glazed over, just like
I've seen it in real life too, because I was at PAX a few weeks ago, and Matt Pat was there.
Oh, nice.
And
was he?
Yeah, he actually gave me a fist bump, but
oh, that's awesome.
His some of his hands, dude.
yeah. Odd people.
Dude, I feel like your content's not something to like idolize.
Yeah. Because MatPat also is just like the voice, you know.
No.
It's
He's a really cool guy, though. I really like him.
I imagine he seems really nice.
Yeah.
And I respect him for everything he's done over the past, like, geez,
Yeah.
12 years or something. I don't know. He's been doing shit for a long time.
Yeah, he has.
But you know, yeah, it's interesting. And I don't know. It's something I've always found kind of fascinating about how you know, YouTubers and I guess just social media celebrities in general are seen by the general public, where it's like you're not fully a celebrity, but some people think you are.
Yeah.
And you've got the clout, you know, in some cases, you've got the clout of a celebrity. Like freaking Charlie D'Amelio, right? From TikTok.
From dancing. That's right. I think that's all
right.
she does, right?
I'm pretty sure. Listen, I've never touched TikTok in my life, and I never will. Yeah, no. And from what I know, that's all she does. But she's like a multi-millionaire now.
Yeah,
and it's like
from dancing.
It's just
like, come on.
I don't know how, but listen, it works for her. And am I a little jealous? Maybe.
But she's like so rude too. You seen that clip of her and James Charles?
I don't think so, but I've seen her working at a Walmart, like treating it like a little, like a game. And it's like, oh, that's the most out of touch.
There's like a clip of her and James Charles at like dinner, and then she was like complaining how she got she's only at 99 million and not 100 million.
Wow. Yeah, that is obnoxious. Yeah. Listen, these people, because that at that point they just get completely out of touch.
And then James Charles was like, was the 99 million not enough for you?
Right, no, exactly. You know you're in a bad spot when James Charles is calling you out on being irrational. you know you've messed up to a point there. Yeah.
But yeah, fans, man, they're wild.
Yeah, it's kind of just like the culture that's normalized in online sort of circles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of the time I've realized that it's kind of encouraged in the way that social media works to be very parasocial. Like those are the people that kind of get the most return. Like Dream, you know, like he encouraged his fans to be out of this world insane by calling them his little kittens and
that's so weird.
Like all this weird stuff. And it's like, yes, they're crazy. And it's kind of your fault for facilitating that. And you know, it's kind of disturbing to say the least, because I can't help but think of myself in that situation. But yeah, I don't know. That's my opinion on YouTuber fan culture and the sort of odd association people have. But do you have any other questions?
Yeah. See you Midnight Heart. She's there leaving. I don't know.
All right, Midnight Heart. It's been good having you here.
We got who inspired you? This is a good question. But like, who inspired you with the YouTube and everything?
That's a good question. I'm actually gonna have to give a list of names.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, the guy who made the Mario 64 iceberg.
Yeah.
I think he's the inspiration to a generation of
I think without that video,
now.
I don't think we'd be talking right now.
Oh no, absolutely not. I would have continued to make videos with my Yoda puppet. That's a horrifying thought, I often think. Where would I be if I didn't, make an iceberg video in 2021? Probably in college? Maybe? I don't know. But like, it's scary and I don't like to think about it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't have to. So that person for sure. Another person is, you've probably heard of him, Scare Theater.
Oh, yep.
Scare Theater, super nice guy. I ended up meeting him, which is one of the most crazy experiences, meeting someone I've been watching since I was like 12 years old. Scare Theater inspired me a lot.
Feels like he's an OG.
He's a super OG. He basically founded internet horror videos in the same sort of, genre. Him alongside like Nexpo and Rainbot. kind of the OG horror YouTubers of the 2010s. Nick Crowley.
Oh, yep.
Geez, Justin Wang. Love
Mhm.
Justin Wang. Let me think. The Gamer from Mars.
Oh yeah, he was in your.
He was, yeah.
Criticate.
So it's crazy because many of these people that inspired me and that I've been watching for
Years.
years since I was a little kid, I've now either met
Or
in
worked.
real life or have worked with, and that is crazy to me. Like that's not lost on me
Mhm.
ever. Like Gamer from Mars, I was watching since I was like 8 years old. Since Gamer from
he's
Mars
another
was a
OG.
teenager.
Oh,
He's a
dude.
super OG. He's making things in like I want to say 2009 is when he started, but I'm not actually
Probably.
really sure.
I've watched him
Look it up.
forever too.
Yeah, he's honestly his old videos still hold up. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me see what year he started. He
Niche
started
Koi.
in 2009. Yep, there we go. 2009. Long time ago. Amazing stuff. And he's a really nice guy in person too.
Mhm.
I ended up meeting him at VidCon at
Oh, nice.
Turkey Tom's party. I got a lot to say about Turkey Tom, but now here's probably not the right place.
Do you not like him?
Well, I like his videos,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't like what he says about minorities. Let's just keep it at that. A lot of
Is it
hard
like-
R's have been thrown around.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. He said some pretty horrible stuff.
Like
which
offensive
makes me
and
just
stuff.
yeah, just like over the years he's just continuously probably for shock value, you know? Like I
Yeah.
don't know if he's a horrible person fundamentally, but I just don't want to like actively support someone who, you know, like says the N-word a lot and makes these sort of racist
Yeah.
jokes and like anti-Semitic stuff. Like it's just most of the isms and stuff he's done it at some point. So, you know, but he's also just he was slightly rude to me at his party. So, you know, not that I have like a vendetta against him. I think his videos are amazing. I actually think they're very entertaining and I watch them, but I wouldn't go as far as to say I support him necessarily. But,
I don't know if this is bad, but the only person I like who's this sounds terrible out of context, but the only person I like who said the hard R was PewDiePie
No, that's fair. That's absolutely fair.
because he was playing PUBG, man. It was an accident.
Out of people, right? It was his gamer moment. Out of people who have, he's definitely
but
one of the most likable.
he definitely says it like. There's no way he just randomly says that because he definitely says that like out of.
Oh no,
Yeah.
100%. That was
there's no
that
way
was
it
a
just
commonplace
slips out.
thing. I mean, that happened to Turkey Tom like not too long ago. But again, I don't want to start drama or anything.
No.
I don't agree with people who use that word in that way.
We got a question in chat for you.
Okay. Yo, Ray, if you were to make remake a new video, what would it be? That's such a good question. Because I've thought to myself, like the other day, I rewatched part 3 of the Gen Z childhood trauma iceberg.
Mhm.
After a long time of not seeing it, and I'm like, wow, this is great, but I have improved so much.
No, yeah.
Like it's kind of crazy to see that perspective. But yeah, like I look back, I think the video that I would remake is probably the deep dive into the most haunted restaurant in New York, simply because it didn't get any views, but it's one of my favorite videos of mine, maybe ever.
Re-deep dive.
That yeah, it was a good video. I collaborated with one of the most strange, I don't want to say strange people. That's not the proper way to say it. But the most unusual collaboration was in that.
Who was it?
And that was with Paige Neiman, who is the Ariana Grande what's the word? Lookalike? Who
What?
is
That
like
is
famous
so
on TikTok.
random.
Yeah, so do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's under her own controversy now because she made an OnlyFans, but that's not my place to comment on. But she reached out to me. Long story short, she was a fan of mine,
Mhm.
and we ended up like collabing / going on a date to this restaurant that I was making a video on. That I also worked at the time. Listen, watch the video. You'll get it. it's a weird ass story, but my first ever experience going on a date was with Ariana Grande cosplayer Paige Neiman, which
That's so random.
it's very, very random. Everyone I tell about it doesn't necessarily believe all of the story, but everything that happened. And I haven't spoken to her in a long time, but it's just kind of like a very
I mean, is she a nice person?
She was very nice, very, very shy.
Mhm.
But she was nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I were to remake that video, I just love talking about that Jekyll and Hyde club, and I almost if I re-uploaded it now with a better thumbnail and better title, I feel like it would do well. But that's just one of my favorite videos. I might honestly as a little I remix it kind of and just say the original is taken down for copyright. I'm exposing my plans here, but yeah, it was. It's just the most wild story. And what's also funny about that is that I made that video with her, and then a week later I met my girlfriend, which is funny timing because Paige Neiman and I didn't speak much afterwards, which is, I don't know, crazy story. Just a very absurd thing that happened.
That's so random. You said you made a video on the place you worked at.
Yeah, because it was the place was a haunted house / themed restaurant.
Yeah,
basically. And it's closed now, unfortunately. But it was super cool. It was basically like a goth Chuck E. Cheese. So there was animatronics on the walls that would come to life and talk to you. Kind of, yeah, but it was intentionally scary.
Yeah.
Northern
and then Casket upstairs they had remake it with house. Me instead.
Yep. Northern Casket is that same girlfriend that I met a week later. And we actually worked together at that haunted house in that restaurant, but unfortunately it closed down for good now. And I miss it every day because it was such a fun place. But yeah, that was a crazy time, and it's a video that technically can't be remade because I can't go back there.
Just walk in. It's abandoned.
Yeah, just walk into the the building that's there.
Probably haunted.
There were stories. There were stories of it actually being haunted.
Did you experience anything haunted there?
I didn't, but she did. My girlfriend did when we were working there together. And we were in the same room at the same time. She saw smoke and got super anxious, and I didn't at all. And we later heard stories about how there was an entity that haunted that building who wore a top hat and would summon smoke whenever he was
this
nearby
SCP?
That's what it felt like, honestly. It freaked me out. But the super old building, it was weird too, because in the break room, there was a room that was barricaded, but they always kept a light on in that room only, which is apparently where the ghost stayed. Listen, I don't know. I didn't see anything, but I am not willing to mess with any of it. Yeah. But it was crazy place. It was an OSHA violation waiting to happen. The floors were caving in. The whole place was just falling apart. It'd been open since the 80s. So it was very unsafe, and they paid us in cash too.
Cash, old school.
Yep, very old school, very sketchy, very old New York.
Not even a check?
No, not a check. In fact, they had a reverse wage gap, because
what the heck?
She got paid more than I did frequently, a solid $20 to $30 more, which is just weird. I don't know. I miss it though. But the Blood Manor podcast that I mentioned earlier is filmed at a separate haunted house that is still open, also haunted, but not OSHA violation. They pay us in checks. But yeah, if you're ever in New York City and want to spook yourself in October, Blood Manor is the best in the business. But yeah, that's my haunted house tangent. Let me let you get on. Oh yeah.
Isn't the haunted house? I forget where it is, but they pay you to do it. It's supposed to be really bad.
McCaney Manor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you try that?
I would not. No, it's just a legalized torture chamber, honestly. Like,
No, it is.
that's what that place is. I don't need that trauma, honestly.
No, yeah. Isn't it? It's like rats or something that like
Yeah,
bite you
no,
or something.
that you sign away in the
Waiver.
waiver. You
Yeah.
sign being able to have your teeth extracted, your fingernails torn off,
Yo, hell no.
like your hair ripped out,
Oh,
you're
hell no,
getting
bro.
shaved. Like it's I would never do
That
that.
is scary.
And they also claim that if you go through it and finish it, there's a $10,000 prize. However, that $10,000 prize is not real and is a lie because they always pull you out even if you finish it. So
No
you
way.
cannot get it. Like, yeah, like an ex-Marine made through it. He got through all the torture because he's tough as all hell.
Yeah.
And then,
Didn't even pay him.
didn't get paid. Yeah, the guy was just like, "No, you're done. You're too beat up." And he's like, "I'm not. I can keep going." He's like, "No, yeah, I gotta call it. You're not in good shape." And it's like, wow, okay. I wouldn't even consider that a haunted house anymore because that's just like straight up torture.
I mean, can he still sue if it's not his choice to leave?
I have no idea, honestly. I don't even know how the place is legal in any capacity.
Is it still running?
Yes, but not in an actual haunted house. Rather, it's like
an
a
actual
backyard
house.
tour at a guy. Yeah, just like at this dude's home.
It's like some like suburbs.
Yeah, it genuinely is. It's very absurd.
Yeah, that's. Why would you even do that?
I have no idea. People are thrill seekers, like,
it's
and they don't realize
coaster.
the absurdity of all of that stuff and the genuine torture that it is. I think people are just curious and want to do something cool and like all that stuff. But I would say go to an actual haunted house like Blood Manor, like Jekyll and Hyde Club. Get yourself scared, but not come out with bumps and bruises and missing teeth and your hair and fingernails and like they often will shave eyebrows and like they won't make you go full bald, but they'll like shave segments of your hair to make you look like just as horrible as possible.
Yeah,
like it's evil. It's evil.
Yeah.
But I'm against McCaney Manor personally.
Imagine getting tortured for the prize money and you're so tough they don't even give you the money.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the reality.
I would be so pissed, dude.
Me too. Pissed. Me too. I would try to get the Federal Trade Commission to shut them down. I just don't know how it's a thing at all in the first place. But
yeah, I don't know how it's still running.
I don't even know if it still is. I think it is though. I'm pretty sure it is.
I feel like I saw a video on it.
Yeah. Another creepy part of that too is that they would like the main guy would be live streaming people like as they went through.
Yeah.
To see how long they would last, and people would like bet on different people and like how long they would. Yeah, like it feels really exploitative.
What was it on? Like the actual web or like dark web?
I have no idea. I would imagine it's on the surface web.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember what it was. Yeah, it was a gated Facebook community. So it was only like vetted members of this Facebook community could watch these streams. And it was just like the most absurd, like something about the people, first of all, watching the live torture, but also, betting money on how long someone's gonna last and stuff. That sits so wrong with me. It's nasty. I don't like it.
The only funny thing that would actually happen was like, what if like some YouTuber, he's like vlogging, he's like really excited.
No, exactly, yeah. Because I was thinking like, I've had the thought like, would I do that for the sake of making a video on it? And after thinking about it, my answer is no. But like, it would be a really guerrilla way of getting content out there, I suppose. Crazy stuff. Yeah. The aftermath photos of some people genuinely feel so bad. Same here. It looks like they've been through hell and back, and I just feels like bad on a fundamental because I love haunted houses. I'm all for scaring people and freaking people out.
I think they like another thing. I think they chase you with like an actual chainsaw.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah, that is actually absurd. What But yeah, so what are your other questions you have in mind?
All right. So you got anyone who helps you with your content?
Good question. Not really. I sometimes will hire a YouTuber by the name of Shampy to write scripts. Incredible script writer, super talented.
I gotta get in, bro. It's so hard for me to write scripts.
Yes, writing scripts is probably the most time-consuming part of the process.
It's not hard, but it just takes a long time.
It takes so
especially
much time.
when you don't know what you have an idea, but it's just like you can't get it out.
Yeah,
correctly.
Yeah, writer's block is my number one arch nemesis. I hate it. But yeah, the part of the Dark Side of Disney Parks video, and then most of the 2007 Peanut Butter Outbreak video were written by that guy.
All right.
And it's a paid thing. It's it's a transactionary thing. But he's very talented.
Yeah.
And,
I can't believe people who do that stuff for free.
I never understood that.
Like, why?
I've never understood that. Listen, for the
They're
pure
just being
passion of it.
Yeah, they're just nice.
Yeah. Good for them.
I mean, I like it when it's free, but like.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, but
yeah.
Not very sustainable.
No, yeah.
But I won't stop people. If they want to write for me for free, I'll take it.
They could be the best writer. I'm down.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of it in terms of people who help me. Otherwise, I kind of work alone.
Yeah. Like most people, I feel like.
Yeah.
Unless I feel like most people, they either work alone, unless they have like collabs or something. But that's it.
Yeah. Whenever I do a collab, it's generally them reading a part of a script.
Yeah, that's what
I've already written. Yeah.
Because I don't think anyone is researching a video that someone's already researched.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I wish they would, but it's like I can't. It's too much to expect from someone, you know.
Yeah, I understand.
But yeah, otherwise it's a solo operation. And I kind of like to keep it that way. I don't really want people intervening on my work, but also help sometimes. It's, very much appreciated.
Yeah. Next question we got. What's been the biggest change since the start of being big and starting content, like being like fully getting into YouTube?
Like a life change or like content change?
Both.
Oh man, so lots of things have changed. YouTube is now my full-time job. It wasn't at the time, although I was doing it full-time. I just had another like a day job.
Yeah.
And it's in all honesty, it can be a bit of a struggle. I've noticed that it's kind of easy to get lonely when doing this stuff because it requires so much time just being on a computer in your house, and just having full days of work and dedication. And as great as that is, yeah, exactly.
Past midnight sometimes.
Like 12 to 12 a lot of the time is the kind of work day. So that it's a bit of a negative change. I've missed out on a lot of sleep, that's for sure. But something that has changed is kind of like the sort of the kind of group that I roll with. When I first started with the iceberg videos, I was me and me alone. I had no associations. It was just, I was just the iceberg guy. But now I feel like I've grown a pretty good array of like allies, I suppose. Within, I made friends with someone in real life. Yeah, I made friends with someone in real life who I made a video about his video, and then he happened to go to college in my city. Nice. And then so we met up and we've been friends since, which is like really cool.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like something that's changed is just kind of being able to one of my favorite things is being able to reach out to anyone
it's so easy.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
Like literally, you might remember this video if you grew up with YouTube. Kill Chuck E. Cheese by the Radioactive Chicken Heads. It's a music video. You saw this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing a video about that video, and I'm interviewing the main carrot head guy.
No way.
Isn't that crazy?
That is actually crazy.
Like, I grew up watching this and it freaking me out, and now I can just reach out to the guy who did it and be like, hey man, you want to do an interview?
18 million views that video has.
Yeah, it's crazy. They did a sequel recently.
16 years ago?
Yeah, man, 2007.
Really?
Yeah. Crazy, crazy stuff. So, either the next video or the one after that is going to be about Kill Chuck E. Cheese featuring Carrot Top from the Radioactive Chicken Heads, which is just like...
Yo, that's sick.
How is that real is kind of my question. That's a big thing that's changed, yeah, is just being able to reach out to anyone and get something done, do a collaboration. And I really love it. That's something that's really cool. I think content style too has changed a lot. My outlook, yeah. Back in the day, like you'll kind of see the emotional change within the year. The years since starting. Like the Childhood Trauma Iceberg, despite its subject matter, is a very kind of lighthearted video.
Yeah, it's
series.
fun though.
Yeah,
especially
it's fun.
You're around that time.
Exactly. Yeah, like it's not there to disturb. I was in a very good, like, happy mindset when making it. And so I think that is reflective in the video, in the way that I talk, in the way that it's scripted. Yeah. But since then, it's kind of, with content style shift and with my own shift as a person, things have gotten a bit more dark and a lot less positive. Whereas, I always try to have a positive note to my videos. I never make videos that are just like, doom, like fear-mongering stuff. Because that to me is just, it's useless content. It doesn't serve to provide anything. It doesn't fix anything. It just makes people feel worse. And the point is not to make people feel worse. It's to make people feel, it makes them aware of an issue, but to make them feel like they have a choice in changing it, because they can.
That's what got me to find out about that in Critigate, because I've seen those memes forever, but I didn't realize it got that
but
bad.
No one was talking about it, right? Like it's to me, someone has to do it, and no one's doing it, so it has to be me. It's kind of the mindset I have. And so emotionally, like if you scroll down on my channel a bit, it was a bigger mix of nostalgia and horror, whereas more recently, except for the video Our 2000s Toys As Good As You Remember, everything has been the creepier, more disturbing stuff. But I'm doing my first nostalgia video in a long time very soon, and I can't wait, because it's going to just be fun. It's going to be about Wonka candy, like the brand from back in the day, like Gobstoppers, Nerds.
That Wonka movie was really good. That new one.
Oh, the Chalamet one.
Yeah, that one's really good. I had no expectations for that, but it was really good. Because
do you prefer
I was just with my friend one day, and we're at this like restaurant, and then there's like a theater like right next to that restaurant, and there's a showing, and he just asked if we wanted to watch it, and we went there.
Oh, I love that.
I love
spontaneous Wonka.
I didn't even watch any of the trailers or anything.
Oh, that's awesome. Are you more of a fan of the original, like 74 Wonka, or the 2005 Wonka?
I like I don't really know, because I mainly watched the Johnny Depp one.
Okay, gotcha.
But
yeah, fair enough.
We got
so yeah, I'm sure you probably remember the old Wonka candy. There's gonna be a video on that soon.
Yeah, there's a question. Have you watched the YouTuber Brocky? I don't know who that
Brocky. Let me look that up. I'm not sure.
I probably have, to be honest.
Maybe.
I know I've watched so many YouTubers.
Brocky.
No.
Oh my god, wait a minute. I haven't, but she looks so cool. Or they, I'm not sure.
Normal San Andreas review. San Andreas, really? That's a good game. GTA 4.
She looks like the character from Scott Pilgrim, like the girl.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Was it Ramona? You talking about?
Not Ramona, but the other one, the ginger girl that he's in the band with.
Who's in the band? Yeah. I forgot her name.
Me too, but that's who she reminds me of.
Dude, Scott Pilgrim's so good.
Yeah, the movie's a classic.
Do you see that show?
I haven't seen the show. It's really
good.
I haven't read the books either. Netflix. I've only seen the film. I've heard great things. I got a friend of mine who is a huge
Kim.
fan.
That's who it is.
That's her name. There you go.
Oh,
there we go.
That movie's such a good movie.
That's Brocky right there. Kim Pines, yeah. There you go. That's really cool. Yeah,
That movie is
her
just so
aesthetic
funny,
is
dude.
perfect. Yeah, it rocks.
I
It's so
actually
much
have a
fun.
comic book. I don't know which. This is so out of order. I only have the third book.
Fair enough.
Because it's
Well,
like
if you know the story, I guess you can.
it's like a giant. No, it's very different though from the movie. Like very different.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't think like any of this was in the movie.
Interesting.
It's really cool. Really good.
Huh.
It's like the shows and the art style of the novels or graphic novels.
Yeah. I've heard great things. Honestly,
Yeah.
I've people
Same
have
cast
told
too.
me a lot of good stuff. Oh, is it actually like
Yeah.
the same
Everyone's
people who were
the
in the
same.
movie? Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Michael Cera.
That's really
Chris
cool.
Evans.
Michael Cera's the
Larson.
perfect,
I know.
perfect Scott Pilgrim.
It's so sad though because he's not in like anything these days.
Mm-hmm.
The last
He
thing I
wasn't Barbie
remember-
though.
Oh yeah, Barbie and that Black Mirror episode. Do you
There you
watch that
go.
one?
Maybe
It was like in the recent season.
sounds familiar. Hold on, let me.
He like showed up randomly.
Michael Cera, Black. Wait a minute, hold up. I think so.
It was the Joan one. I forget what it's called, but Joan is something. Joan is.
Oh yeah. I think I
I
saw
don't
this.
remember.
Hey, he gets work sometimes. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He's such a chill dude.
He really seems like it.
Yeah.
He's a lot of people's type, which is very interesting.
Yeah, no. He's kind of like that
which-
nerdy guy.
Yeah, exactly. I respect it, honestly.
No, I love him. He's
By all
funny.
means. By all means. Yeah. That's good stuff. So, just so you know, I'm gonna have to go at 9:00. So if you got other
Perfect.
questions, let me
To
know.
be honest, I made this. All right, so my first video. This might seem crazy. It was in August, 8 months ago. Oh, it
8 months ago.
was
Wow.
August. That's crazy. But yeah, I made this like
Yeesh.
probably at like midnight. Made this list and I never finished it. So I only have 7 questions. I should finish it
Yeah,
sometime
that's all good.
soon. But you got any questions for me? Down for anything, you know?
Sure.
Throw me
Wait, I want to see everyone you've spoken to thus far.
I've spoken to a lot of people.
Because you've
It
got
feels
you've got a good. So do you just like reach out to
Yeah,
anyone
pretty much.
you're like interested in? That's so cool.
Yeah.
And most people are just like, hell yeah, let's do it.
yeah.
That's so fun. I mean,
No,
I
it's
I
such
don't
a
blame
fun-
them. It's really fun doing interviews and stuff. So like, you know.
And it's like I have another channel where I'm gonna do stuff later, but I've only made one video on that, which I was talking about earlier, the GTA,
the
6
GTA
one.
video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this channel, it's so easy to do. It's really fun to do too.
Yeah, no, I imagine because you just get to like talk to people and upload it.
Hold
That
up, my
rocks.
mom is calling me.
Oh, you're good.
All right, I'm back.
Alrighty.
So what are you saying?
I mean, I imagine it's just kind of like a really
It's very
fun
chill too.
thing. Yeah, no, exactly. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. You got
You know what?
anything
Let's get a
else?
little. Should we get a questionnaire from the chat?
Yeah,
All 2
Send some
people here. We
questions.
got Spooky and Cat.
there was a lot of people earlier, but I guess everyone left.
Yeah, like there's like 8 people, right?
Yeah, there's like 10 maybe at most.
Oh, nice.
But yeah,
Spooky Cat, you got any questions in mind?
you got anything else for me?
Let me think. Well, how long have you been doing this?
Yeah, since August.
Oh, this channel's been since August.
Yeah,
but the
this
other one
channel's-
is also since August.
The other channel I've had. So the other channel is like my main YouTube account that I use. But
Yeah.
this one I made separately. And like this channel I have like all my stuff on. But yeah, and I just kind of wanted to do other stuff. So,
Nice.
and I didn't really want it to be on the same channel cuz it didn't really fit the vibe.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So I have like 2 different channels now.
All right, we got a question here. What is your favorite sea creature?
Sea
For
creature.
both of
I don't
us.
know much sea creatures to be honest.
Sea turtles.
Sea
all the
turtles.
way. Like I was a big sea turtle kid growing up, and they're still in my heart to this day. I have a like snow globe with sea turtles in it. Used to be like my prized possession when I was like 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
They're cool and they're very sweet creatures.
To be
Ooh,
honest, I don't
robots
know.
or aliens?
Robots. I feel like. I mean, I don't know. Robots. I think I saw something that robot war is like more common than alien war.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, with
For
AI and
me-
stuff. But
Yeah, I know,
Dude.
exactly. It's becoming more and more real.
AI's
like
been crazy, dude.
Those robots that were just recently
Roblox.
unveiled by Nvidia.
Mm-hmm.
Like those things are straight out of freaking
Oh, I know.
iRobot, Robo Recall,
Dude,
whatever.
was it the Tesla bots?
Yeah, exactly.
And I heard that, like, do you see the report that, like, it injured someone?
Yeah, that would make sense.
I
The
don't
first
know
of many.
why they wouldn't shut it down, but it's Elon Musk, so, I mean,
Yeah, no.
he's trying to be
fair
like
enough.
Iron Man, dude.
He really thinks he's him, yeah.
You know, he's like one of the, not the richest, but one of the richest dudes in the world that we know of.
Is he not the
actually.
richest?
I mean,
thought he became
I think Jeff
richest.
Bezos is richer.
Oh, is Bezos richest? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're right.
But I saw this theory that there's probably people that are richer, but they've paid to be.
Yeah, to be
unnoticed.
obscured.
That's probably true,
Absolutely.
to be honest.
Yeah, like a Rockefeller or like Rothschild member,
Yeah,
most likely.
they're like probably one of the richest people in the world that you don't know about.
Exactly. Yeah, Klaus Schwab, something like that.
Yeah,
I would have to answer to that question though. I prefer Aliens, which I think is pretty obvious just from kind of looking at
Yeah.
my online presence. I'm a big Alien fan. Alien truther as well.
mm-hmm.
Those guys are real,
Oh,
100%.
the best Alien game I've played ever was Alien Hominid.
Wait, I heard of that before.
It's so good, dude. And it's made by Castle Crashers developers. If
Oh,
you know
nice.
Castle
nice.
Crashers.
Yeah, I've heard of it. It was like an old Newgrounds.
Yeah,
Right?
it was so. Alien Hominid was a Newgrounds, and then it got ported to consoles,
Yes, that's right.
and then they made
Yeah.
Castle Crashers,
There we
which
go.
is I played a lot on the 360.
Castle Crashers. I remember it kind of like regained its popularity back in.
Yeah, when it like came back to Steam, I think.
Yeah, and it was like in Friday Night Funkin' or something like that.
Oh yeah, yep.
I don't know, but
Dude, what happened to that game, man?
I don't. Kids ruined it. That's my answer.
Like, they were supposed to do like the chapter 8 maybe, week 8 or whatever. No, it's still on week 7 with that Newgrounds guy,
right,
and that was
yeah.
like 2020. I'm not. It was like
Right.
late 2020.
You talking about the Tank Man update?
Favorite horror game? Resident Evil 7.
Oh, Resident Evil 7 is really good. My favorite horror
Yeah.
game probably has to be Resident Evil 2.
Oh,
remake.
that's a really good one.
I adore the Resident Evil games.
Resident
so
Evil
freaking
7,
much.
bro. I have a VR headset. It was on.
Oh,
I have
that's
it on
crazy.
the PlayStation. Played that for
Wow.
a minute maybe.
Yeah,
Before I went
no,
back
that's fair.
to just regular monitor.
Well, Resident Evil 7 is by far the scariest one.
No, it really is. With
like,
that Jack.
not
dude.
even close.
Isn't his name
Oh
Jack?
my god. I think so.
And then you like hit him with the car.
The whole family is just
Dude,
so,
that
the
dinner
riding
scene
food
is
and
so
everything.
bad.
It's so
So
bad.
s-
I love it.
I love
love
it,
it
but
so
it's
much.
just so creepy.
It's genuinely
I can't
so...
imagine being Ethan in that
Yeah.
situation.
Exactly. Having your hand cut off, your girlfriend's like possessed by
Dude,
mold.
his hand, dude. Oh, I hate. I like, man. His hand, bro, gets the worst treatment in all the games.
It's
Like he gets
hilarious.
it stabbed, and then he gets like chopped off, and then
No, exactly. Like over and over
and then he
and
gets
over
it
again.
bitten in 8.
Yeah, exactly. 8's also really good. I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of 8.
I haven't finished it
It's like not scary, but it's got
Mhm.
good gameplay. Is
because
kinda
like
the main
I
thing.
played it right after 7, so I had that sequel thing where I didn't ever finish it because I was like kind of burnt out of it.
That makes total sense.
No, I did not expect to like Resident Evil 7 as much as I did because I never really was into horror games as much. But then
That's fair.
I had it on my PlayStation because like a while ago they had this PlayStation thing where you could get like a bunch of games if you had PlayStation Plus. There's like Persona, Fallout 4, and like Resident Evil and stuff, God of War and all that. So, and I was just bored, needed something to find, played it, loved it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Have you played the other? You said you played Resident Evil 2 as well?
Yeah, and 3 remake.
Yeah,
3's kind of underwhelming.
It's a little too short, but it's still really fun.
4 remake is really good.
4 remake, the hype I had for 4 remake was just like, oh man, out of this world. I was so excited, and it delivered in every way possible.
Did. It really did.
It was, so good. And then the Assignment Ada update too was really good.
What is
it?
Wait,
are they actually?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they wouldn't do that because of like, I think
they are. I mean,
that's cool.
5 came out like 2006, I want to say. Maybe 2008.
Yeah, no, it's
360 time.
I know people have discourse surrounding it being racist or not, which is like, if it's racist, then Resident Evil 4 is racist.
That's so stupid. I saw that. It was like, because it's in Africa.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess
that's such a good series.
It's so good. And Resident Evil 5 is really fun too. It's more like action-y, but it's still got
Isn't
really
that co-op?
Gameplay. It is like with
one of them's co-op.
Resident Evil 5 and 6 are both co-op.
It's like with him and the girl.
Yes, it's Chris Redfield and the girl. I forget her name, but she's cool, the African girl.
Yeah.
Another really good one. I mean, I'm just personally a Leon Kennedy fan. I think he's my favorite character out of them.
I'm confused. I didn't really look into this, but how is 7 and 8 connected? Because I know Chris is in 8.
So it opens with Chris killing the wife.
Yeah, and the baby. They didn't kill the baby. They captured it.
They didn't kill the baby. They take the baby.
Yeah.
And then so he follows him down, right? He gets, he's in that village. And it turns out that that wasn't actually his wife. It was a shapeshifter creature. And then basically, because it's direct. It's connected in the sense that you're trying to like save his wife again.
Yeah.
And, like that, but it's kind of
as Resident Evil 7.
Kind of, yeah, but more so you're like
scary.
collecting parts of your baby.
It's very, very not scary compared to 7. 7, bro. I was like I was like terrified playing 7.
Yeah, 7 is genuinely one of the scariest games I've played. 8, it's spooky, but it's more of an action game.
Yeah, it's like haven't played any parts of 8 that have been like scared.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair.
I feel like 7, dude. I was like, man, I was like waiting for something to happen. No, it was because the worst part. I played the VR part, like at the beginning, like when he was like in the car, and then when I saw the dude walking in the forest, I ripped the headset off because I was freaked out, bro.
Yeah, no,
because
like
I literally saw him and he was like looked at me or whatever. And then
playing that game in VR would be insane.
And then I put the VR later in the game. The worst part, because like the black guys came out of the wall. Sorry, that sounds really bad, but the black like
the mold
guys,
like creatures,
the mold guys, they came out of the wall right when I was walking, dude, and it was like right in my face.
That's so cool.
Yeah, but it was scary.
Yeah, no, I imagine. I love Resident Evil 4 is in VR,
so it wasn't as scary because I played it during the day. We made a rule. We would only play it during the day and if we were together.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I mean, because it gets to the point too where it's like, to me, Resident Evil is the best game to play with friends and have a conversation over.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We took turns playing it. It was a really fun game.
There you go. Yeah. It's like it's such a good conversation starter. I love it.
We got another question. Ray, you draw, right? If I remember correctly, you make any recent drawings as of late?
Oh, that's actually a good question. Not outside of Jackbox games, but
Jackbox is fun.
I love it. I love it. I've made some fire. I've made some pretty cool.
Have
stuff
you
in
ever
Jackbox.
gotten any of the T-shirts?
Yeah, I have actually.
Can you wear them in public?
I've worn it before, but I also wear a lot in public.
Yeah.
It's this really hard picture of Gru and a minion that I drew, and the caption says "nice boobs," and it's so funny. It's genuinely hysterical. Yeah, I it's a good shirt too. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The quality, it's not bad. You know, the print is good. Like, listen, I can't complain at all. But yeah, it's very fun. Yeah, I love Jackbox, and that's where most of my creative drawing energy goes towards, because I lack the time otherwise, I suppose.
Yeah. At PAX, I was talking about earlier, MatPat, it was they were doing a Jackbox show, and he was playing it.
Oh, that's so much fun.
And then, like, a couple years ago, they had the Completionist, who isn't such a great person, but...
Right. At the time.
Yeah, at the time, he was pretty cool, but...
Yeah, exactly.
Not that charity stuff.
Right, he like, faked charity streams, right?
What is the point, dude? Just...
Didn't they just pocket all the cash or something like that?
Yeah. They, like, split it between each other. Dude, that's so scummy.
That actually sucks so bad, yeah.
I think they said it was, like, for something. I don't remember what charity it was, but the charity, like, were saying stuff like they never got their money.
Oh, man, yeah.
And then it was, like, being super scummy, and he, like, didn't reply to their emails or anything.
That sucks.
I know. That's...
Hey, at least MatPat never did that, right?
No, he's actually been not in a single controversy besides one. I remember there's one, but I forget what it was. It was with some game developer.
MatPat's controversy?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
I can't remember either.
Do you remember when the Hello Neighbor developers begged him to make a theory?
Yes. Oh my god, I love that series of tweets. So
they're like, MatPat. They like added
so
him.
much.
They like spammed it too. It was like different messages, but they're like basically just telling him to do their.
It's really it's so fun. I think at MatPat GT would really be curious to.
Yeah.
What is it to like decipher this frame by frame?
Yeah. And then
so funny.
And then oh, what was it? Hello Neighbor 1 was actually pretty good. I followed that beta.
I've heard. Yeah, I've heard
Hello
it started
Neighbor
off
2
pretty
was
cool.
really bad. Really, really bad.
I never played any of them. I was too concerned with FNAF.
First one's really good,
first one.
but then the second one, I speedran it. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, that's fair.
I followed this guide. I forget who. I think it was Tetric Bit Gaming or whatever. I don't know if you know that guy, but
Tetra Big Game. That sounds really familiar. Yeah.
He did a speed run of the game, and he showed you how to do it. And I didn't want to play through that game because it was
I love this guy.
really bad. It was like this. They tried to make it like open world kind of, but it did not work out. And because you can run around the neighborhood and stuff and do like different tasks. And I beat it in one day.
Really?
After the day it came out, I installed it, watched the speedrun and the tutorial, and I beat it.
Wow. That was fast.
Yeah, it was too short, even without the speedrun. Like, I think it's like 2 hours max. And you want to know how much they're selling it for? $50.
God. $50.
$50 on release.
That is way too much. I mean, for like a mascot horror game in general.
Yeah. I like that when the FNAF games were free, man.
Yeah, they used to be like, what, $5 or something?
They were like $5, and then they released like Pizza Simulator and Ultimate Custom Night for free.
There you go. Yeah, the
I also played that
FNAF
FNAF
has never
VR.
really felt like. Oh, that one's good.
Yeah, that one's really
That one's good.
But then it was hard to the FNAF 2, man. I was so scared playing it. I wasn't scared, but like I had a strat where I'd hold the mask in one hand. I would not let go of the mask. And I would have the
I did that
flashlight.
too. Yeah.
I would not let go of that because I was scared, dude.
Yeah. I'm the same way because
I think it was one of them. I actually like ripped off the headset because of the jump scare. It was like I didn't even like see it coming.
Yeah, that's genuinely one of the most like scary horror games. I've played a lot of horror games on VR.
The only parts I could do without like being scared were the animatronic like fix-ups where you would like put the parts back together.
Yeah.
Those are so
that
easy.
parts were so I
They're
love
fun,
those
though.
parts. They're so fun.
And
I
then-
just
oh,
yeah.
And then you had to go play all of them. Oh, dude. And then it was so freaky seeing a Springtrap on FNAF 3 moving like right in front of you.
Yeah, man, the fully animated
Oh,
like
and then I think the worst one might have been the mangoes were easy, I feel like, but sometimes I think the first one was really scary. And
the one where we were in the vent, like fixing it
the
up.
vent was pretty intense. For me.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad,
yeah.
but like I don't think I've still beaten it because I still have to do something. I don't remember.
There's one part. Where is it? It's like you're shining a flashlight in like the prize
and it's
corner.
like the plush.
Yeah. That to me is the scariest part.
I had my eyes closed the entire time, and I just heard the footsteps.
Yeah,
because I have like
exactly.
headset attached on the Oculus.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So I would have my ears like close to the. Like I would like push the headset close to my ears to have my eyes closed, have the flashlight in one hand, and I would just hear the footsteps, and then like flash it. Because I would not do that with my eyes closed.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
My eyes open. Oh, dude.
That's completely fair. I honestly kind of got the same way when I was playing that game.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't really played much horror games, to be honest. Outlast was pretty fun.
I've heard of that. I never played it before.
It's pretty good, but kind of scary, too.
Nice.
FNAF. Favorite FNAF animatronic? No, I don't got
Ooh,
one, to
good
be
question.
honest. Let me think.
Foxy.
Foxy's really, really good.
Foxy's always been my number one since I was like 10 years old when the game came out. Yeah.
I might go with Bonnie, to be honest. Out of the main four, it's definitely Bonnie or Foxy for me, yeah.
Nice.
Freddy, I feel like it's too basic. Chica, she doesn't really do much, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair.
What are your thoughts of the FNAF movie?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it could be scarier, but
yeah,
like in retrospect, like it's something
it was
I've
made
been
for the
looking
fans.
forward to.
It wasn't meant to.
Yeah,
be
it's something I've been
anything
looking
great.
forward to for like
Years.
8 or 9 years, like since it was announced.
Yeah, I think it was like announced 2014, 2015.
Yeah.
around that time.
So I had my expectations that were built up for it.
Yeah, I watched
Since
that
I
with
was a
my
kid.
sister, and she was like
Yeah.
super hyped for it, even though
So I was excited.
she wasn't.
but,
She's not a huge FNAF fan, but she really likes Matt Pat's theories on it.
Fair enough. I mean, that's where most of the story came from in the first place. So,
Dude, I'm so jealous, dude. He has exclusive story stuff from Scott Cawthon himself.
from Scott, right in that final episode,
and you can't share it.
Yeah,
Oh, dude,
yeah,
that
that's
sucks.
crazy. Yeah, that's wild.
You got any other questions for me
I'm not sure
about YouTube or anything?
Let me think.
All right.
What's your favorite part of doing it?
Just like, just talking, I really,
Yeah.
It's also built up my, whatever it is, public speaking. It's very easy.
Oh yeah,
Sometimes, but I feel like it's always at the beginning of the interview. I don't really know how it's gonna go because I don't know the person. But
Yeah,
after
that's fair.
after as far as we got in like this, I understand it. It's very chill.
absolutely. Yeah,
I don't think I've
YouTube is
ever had
great for
anyone
public speaking.
who's been bad. But I've had shy
Good.
people, but like at
That's
the
fair.
beginning they
That's
were
fair.
shy, but yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people aren't traditionally kind of in any way media trained
Yeah.
for when they do YouTube. So it's like there are a lot of just kind of awkward people who do
Also,
it.
like, obviously, I can't get the biggest creators, so I'm doing like smaller creators.
Yeah. Well, you know, not yet.
Not yet. I've actually
There you
talked to pretty famous people. Not famous, or obviously not famous, but like pretty big subscribed. I think the most I've done was like some guy across his channels, maybe like 5 million.
Damn, that's really good.
We weren't able to do it because he wasn't interested, but it was fun to talk to him at least because we talked for a bit.
That's amazing.
He was such a chill guy. Dark Viper AU. He's a GTA
Wait, who is this
streamer.
person?
Dark Viper
Oh,
AU.
GTA. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my god. Yo. Right when I'm talking about this, I get this notification. Dark Viper is live on Twitch. Literally the second I said that.
What are the freaking odds, huh?
And he's streaming GTA.
That's crazy.
That's insane. I remember playing FNAF VR with my brother's headset, and I was doing that repair mini game. Bro, I looked like a fucking toddler compared to Bonnie. I had to adjust that height in that game.
That's right, because it goes to what the first person wearing it. Yeah, that's really funny.
To be honest, I think that's the first time I dropped the F-bomb on this stream.
Oh, wow, there you go.
Because I was just reading it. I wasn't even thinking. But I don't really care if I swear anything.
Fair enough.
I'm not the type to
we're a good chunk in. YouTube won't mind.
Yeah. Oh, not the first 5 seconds. Watch out for that. Is that still going? Is that still a thing? If you swear in your first 5 seconds, it gets demonetized?
I think so. I'm not trying to test it.
Because I remember people, like, if they swear at the beginning, they would, like, censor it, but...
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not sure if they still do it, but I imagine they probably still do it.
You got anything else? Or you want to end it?
I think that's about it, honestly. I do want to say thank you for,
thank you.
for having me on here. It was a lot of fun.
No, but yeah, thank you for being able to do this.
Absolutely, man.
Also, I'm asking you, could you reach out to other people to see if they're down to do this?
Sure, yeah. I got
a lot of people. So right now,
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll ask my YouTuber buddies.
All right, thank you, Bill. Yeah, thank you for coming on and everything, man.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
You've been a chill guy, you know.
All right, you too.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a good one.
See you, man. And see you, chat.